Hey guys, so I have been waiting for this to drop for quite a while, and this is the Realm of Magic, and this is me starting a new game. And I'm actually trying out the story that it creates for you. I hadn't done that yet with any of my characters. So this is me creating my character, and this is what it gives me. Yes, that's what it gave me. A scarecrow. A magical scarecrow. And I kept it that way, actually. The rest of the outfits I did alter. As you can see, I picked, kind of like what I wanted my person to look like. However, this is still her everyday outfit. I kept it because it was so different, and I've never had The Sims give me an outfit like that before. So, here I am just going through, making my character for the new Realm of Magic. I did create a brand new save just for this. And I have to say that I so far am impressed and also a little disappointed, and we'll get into that, but I am impressed because I do like the new hairstyles. I do like, the concept of having a spellcaster. I am very much a Harry Potter fan, and so this kind of feeds into that want for me to be able to actually have my own spellcaster, witch, wizard, whatever you prefer to call them. So I'm very happy about that. I haven't gone into the tiers yet, but I did get into building, which is what you'll see in a bit after my character creation here. I was actually having a lot of fun with this, trying to make her kind of playful but odd and just, I don't know, it's very different type of character for me because it picked all of her traits, and I did go through and use a lot of the styled looks and only added a few things like her makeup and stuff on some of them. With the winter look here, I did her makeup. With the party look, it came with the styled look, so I didn't have to do her makeup for that one, which I did like what it looked like, so I didn't want to change it at all. These eye colors that you see me going through, I'm not sure what they're all for. I'm guessing they're new. I don't know. I haven't... Did they come with mermaid pack? Did they come with a mermaid pack? Oh my gosh, I have no idea. So, can you tell I don't usually pay that much attention? I usually go with green eyes. It's a habit. I like the color green. Green eyes, to me, are very pretty, so that's what I pick a lot. And here I am picking out her cold or winter makeup. I like it to look a little frosty. I don't know. It's something that I like to do. It's fun. So you've got the pale blue eyeshadow and the pale blue lips. And then I realized as I was going through that I had completely forgot eyeliner, and I feel like their eyes are lacking without it. I don't know, I feel like they just don't have great eyelashes. That's one of the things about them, so the eyeliner kind of helps the eye look better, in my opinion. So here I'm starting my household, and I'm picking spring to start in, and then here is where I'm going to go into Brooks Bridge, and I thought about bulldozing it for a minute, I really did, and then I was like, no, I'll just furnish it, and then I'll cheat and give myself some money and then decorate it the way that I want, because, as we all know, the starter houses are never decorated the way that we want them to be. So I was checking out all the cool features, and I love the little, what is that, where they show you their needs. I love that panel so much. Oh my gosh. And then here's me activating all of my cheats. But that panel is so creative. I love the orb. I love the look of it. That was well designed. And then I gave myself over $100,000 because I didn't know how much I was going to be putting into this house. So I wanted to see what it looked like. And I think the starter home it's a basic starter home. It's what you would expect from a starter home, right? So I'm not too terribly disappointed with it, and I already knew I was going to remove pretty much everything and redo it anyway, so it was no big deal. Now, here is where we get to a small gripe that I have, a very small gripe that I have, because they gave us this lovely refrigerator, this lovely stove, these beautiful freaking countertops. You know, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I want where and how I want it to look. And then I go to put in cabinets. And there are no matching cabinets to go with these countertops. And my heart broke. I know that's such a small thing, and I know it's been a gripe for a lot of people. But it just, it just hurt so much. There was so much hurt. Because I love it when they match, and it would have just been perfect. And I know everybody has said that before, but look, no cabinets. And none. So I had to pick something that I thought might look good with it. And I was like, oh, that's too modern. That's too, I don't know, not, and I was like, okay, well, this is probably the closest I'm gonna get. So this is what I went with for my cabinetry. So it's not a perfect match, but it doesn't look terrible. The one thing I could request is please, EA, make some cabinets for both. I don't know, have you done it for Solani yet? Do it for Solani and do it for the Magic Pack. Give us these cabinets. I don't know why they were left out. I don't understand it. It just, when you're making a kitchen, you think cabinets and countertops and you want them to match, and it just didn't happen. So, of course, my heart was crushed, and then I moved on, and I actually made these work for me. I know, as a lot of people have done, I had a lot of trouble with that curtain. It did not want to go where I wanted it to go, as you can see. And then I ended up changing up the island because I couldn't put the seats, and then these two island circles didn't really match up very well. So I changed it completely, and that way I could put seating instead of having a dining table. They could just sit at the island, which I thought was kind of cute, and in my opinion, I felt like it made sense for the build because I wanted it to be modern but witchy. So not, Victorian so much as it just looked magical. So that was where I was coming from with that. I loved this little wand case. So I stuck it up there on the curio cabinet. At least I'm assuming that's what it's called, is a curio cabinet, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I was having trouble getting it lined up. And so, of course, I go find my trusty shelf. This is a download. This is not left in the game. It's just a download that you can get to help you move your items around. Sorry if I'm a little bit scratchy, you guys. It's switching back and forth in temperatures where I'm at, and my allergies are giving me a really hard time, so I'm dealing with that. And then this darn pumpkin. Oh my gosh. I struggled so much with this pumpkin, and then it just would not go where I wanted it to go originally. So I fought with it and finally said, nope, done, gonna move it. So it did end up in a different position eventually. But I wanted the ghost pumpkin so bad to be part of it. And, with the Halloween season coming up, I did want my house to be kind of spooky looking. Because, spellcasters and witches, to me, you think, oh, magic, pumpkins, potions, that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, why not add some of this cool little pumpkin and these neat little Halloween decorations that come in the Halloween theme pack. So those became part of it. And I tried to put these books up on top, but it wouldn't size right, and they wouldn't sit right, and I don't know if I'm just doing something completely wrong, but they wouldn't sit on the shelf. So I just removed them. I'm so sorry, I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I cannot stop it right now, or I totally would. So I used these peppers because to me that doesn't look like peppers. it kind of looks potion-y to me, so I use that instead. And then here's me fighting with this garden set. And then I finally realized, hey, ding dong, move the countertop underneath and you can get it up there to fit. So you'll have to excuse me. I haven't been using this shelf for a very long time. This is actually a new method for me. So it's, you know, it's a work in progress. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to actually use it properly. And then once I figure it out, you can see it goes a little bit smoother as I go to clutter my kitchen. And then I realized, oh, hey, those cabinets don't allow you to put a sink. So I just changed it to this really cool Hera sink that they added with the Magic Pack. I should have made it black, but I left it white because I figured, why not? There's white in the countertops. It'll match, right? No big deal. So here I am rearranging. I wanted to have the knife set because I don't feel like I can have a kitchen without my knife set. And my spoons for my cooking, that's gotta be a thing. Even in my house, that's a thing. My knife set and my spoons are always right next to each other, so I put them together a lot in my builds. And here I am struggling with positioning. As you can see, like I said, this is a fairly new method for me, so I'm still not 100% accurate on where I want my stuff to go. So this is me trying really, really hard, and then I figured out, oh, it's not even against the wall, so it wasn't even positioned right. Ta-da! So now I'm just going through and trying to find, oh yeah, dish rack, you know, things that would go in a normal kitchen, like pots and pans, and just knickknacks of that kind. But then I also thought, spellcaster potion making, right? So we need to have a little recipe book where she can write down all of her experiments. So that had to be a thing. And then, of course, spellcasters, witches, candles. Candles had to be a thing. So here I am rearranging it. And I got my little candle set. And the amount of items that they gave with this pack, I actually really like because, you know, they're different, and I could use them in different builds too, which is nice. I was a little disappointed that these crystals didn't go smaller because I wanted them in my kitchen so bad, and I was like, fine, I'll just pick some other random knickknacks, like different types of crystals, a seed, something, a refined sapphire, and then second thought, oh hey, yeah, paper towels. Why not? So, crow's feather, because again, why not? You know, I'm trying to think of what's witchy, what's creepy, what's, you know, what would you expect to find maybe just lying around in a modern witch's kitchen, you know? So then I found these vials of dead creatures, and I thought, why not? That's a perfect kitchen decoration, right? Just random vials of dead creatures on top of her cabinets? Sure, why not? You know, potions, right? So I spent some time rearranging those, and then of course I picked out some incense burners to put, and then some flowers, because you think witches, potions, herbs, flowers. So there's a lot of greenery that goes into this, and I mean a lot, at least as far as I'm concerned. I put a lot of herbs drying around. There's some racks of some flowers growing once I get into the living room. She's got some little decorations in here that will be, you know, just little flowers, like this little tree. I don't know if it's supposed to be a light or what, but I thought it was really pretty and kind of creepy looking, so I thought it deserved a place in her kitchen. And then, of course, you know, the wine bottles, the spirits, could be cooking wine, could be drinking wine. And I found these, and this was really cool. It's like a wall separator. And I just thought their design was so unique, and I was like, oh my gosh, why not just make that part of the table and then put like a little centerpiece? So we've got this little crystal rock that I'm going to put in the middle. And yes, I've tested it. They can sit there and eat with that on the table. So it's not too large. And I don't know, I just thought it looked really creepy and witchy. And I was like, yes, that's gotta go in there like that. And of course her little spice rack, because what's a kitchen without spices, right? And then I thought about a cauldron, and I was like, oh, maybe a cauldron in the corner or something like that. And that one is just a light, and this is before I realized that there was an actual cauldron that was useful and worked like a cauldron. So then, of course, later that got removed. And then we need the trash can. Goes without saying, you do need the trash can. I really wish I could put it under the sink and have it be functional, but it just wouldn't work that way. So here's my little purple flowers. Purple is a theme through this build. Purple and reds. I don't know, I went really purple and red. And then here's a little flower piece that I put in, and I wanted to like kind of make it lit or backlit, so I put down a little light to kind of shine in the corner. And the one thing I realized that I didn't put in this house that I normally put in houses is a computer. I didn't put one anywhere in this build. And I'm very surprised because I usually don't do a build without a desk and a computer. So she has no office space, which is very weird for me. But you can add one if you want to. I should mention this is up on the gallery. You can find it under the username JAKDE5. Or you can search hashtag #SplendiferousSims. And it'll be under that too. I was trying to get these lights, these little lights, but I just couldn't get them on top. And I don't know if I'm having a placement issue. I have seen people be able to line this stuff up on perfectly, and I can't seem to do it. So if there's some kind of special trick that I'm missing and you guys know how to use this shelf properly, feel free to let me know in the comments below, because I clearly am not doing it right. Sorry about that. Again, I'm having such a tough time with these allergies and the drainage, and you can obviously hear it in my throat. So for those that don't know, I do have cystic fibrosis and I do have terrible allergies. So I promise you I'm not intentionally hacking in your ear. I just can't help it. And it just pops up. I don't know when it's going to happen. It just happens. Unfortunately, that's just how it works for me. So I apologize again and in advance, because it will happen later on during this voiceover. Which, speaking of voiceovers, I did have to find a roundabout way to do it, because unfortunately the video recorder that I was using, or not necessarily the video recorder, but the video editor that I'm using doesn't have a voiceover option, and the one I was using that had a voiceover option would not work properly no matter what I did to it. So it would always be choppy. It would be just like really crackly no matter what I did. It just would not work. So I couldn't use it for voiceovers. And then I had tried doing one video where I tried using a separate audio recorder, and I was using Audacity. And it works. I mean, it works if you have the patience to sit there and edit the audio and, you know, try to line it up perfectly when you hit play to watch your video and to record your voice over it, and hope that you didn't just screw it up somehow. So I tried that once and I didn't really like it. So now I'm doing this a different way. I sped up the video first, and then I saved it, and then I opened it in a display, and now I'm recording using OBS over said video so that hopefully this will work out the way that I intend it to. We shall see. But if it does, then this will be the video that will be posted. If it doesn't, then I'm going to go back to the drawing board and figure this out. So, here I am doing the bedroom. I wanted the bedroom to be very mystical, woodsy looking. And so that's why I chose the wallpaper that I chose. And you guys see these beautiful stained glass windows? Oh my gosh. Just yes, yes, yes. So much yes. And I thought that these little alien plants would be a fun addition to the bedroom. Because why not? I mean, they're definitely odd. So I could see witches wanting to use alien plants as an additive to their potions to see what happens, right? I could see that happening. So here's some more flowers. You can see the bathroom, which I think I end up changing up a little bit later, but I found those beautiful little chandeliers that I really liked for light. I don't think they came with the witches or the spellcasting realm of magic pack, but they're gorgeous and they work really well. So I chose those. And then I feel like everything has kind of an earthy tone as far as like the curtains. So I felt like it was appropriate to make it a little woodsy. And I'm still going through, like, trying to find the different things that I can use as far as, like, the live edit objects and everything. And I know I didn't go into the debug menu because the debug menu is so confusing. I don't understand it because there's no way to sort through anything. So you kind of just have to know where everything is. And it takes so long to go through it and try to find it. I don't have the patience for that. I wish there was a way to sort the debug without losing the debug. I know they were gracious enough to give us all of those live edit objects. I just wish there was a way to sort them. It would have made life so much easier. But I figured, yeah, let's put some herbs over the door to dry out, just maybe they could be different types of herbs for healing and good luck, I don't know a whole lot about that kind of stuff, but I thought it would be an interesting thing to do. And then here, I'm trying to add some decor. I found these really neat pictures that I thought would go really well. Which I'm surprised I didn't add more artwork. I really am surprised they didn't add more mystical artwork. But maybe there's other ways to get that, like taking pictures and things. That would be something, I guess, with the new way photography works and the new digital picture frames and everything. And then what was I doing here? Oh yeah, this is where I discovered the cauldrons. Because I didn't realize that those existed. So I saw the cauldrons and then I went back and I was like, yes, cauldrons! I'm gonna put this in the kitchen. And I was like, oh my goodness. We need to resize it because it was way too big to fit in that kitchen. Yes, the animation looks funny when it's shrank down like that, but I made it fit the kitchen. So if you download this build and you don't like that it's in the kitchen and that it looks funny when you use it, feel free to move it to wherever you want. There's a lot of yard space that I didn't do anything with because my ultimate goal was just to redecorate the house, not necessarily do anything with the yard. However, when it came to landscaping, I did have to do the front of the house a little bit just because it looked so bare. So I wanted to spruce it up a little, and I did that. But beyond that, I didn't do much of anything with the landscaping. So that's all you. Have fun. I'll probably do something with it later, but I'm not 100% sure if it'll ever happen. And here I was trying to see if I could make like a little sectional, but it doesn't quite line up well enough for my liking, so I ended up leaving it as a love seat and just adding a chair to the other side and calling it a day for that. And I did like the new dining tables that they gave us and the new seating. I thought that was really nice. They look really neat, personally. And then I found this little TV stand that I thought went well with the rest of it, because I don't think you can put a TV stand on that coffee table. Or a TV on that coffee table anyway. I don't think that's a possibility. And I went with light gray, white in the living room at first when it came to the wallpaper, because I hadn't quite decided, the color scheme that I wanted. I thought I was going to add more purples to it, but I completely changed up the living room. And as you can see, I'm picking out wallpaper, trying to figure out what I want. And I was like, no, I don't want the daisies in the hallway, so I'll put wood in the hallway. Then I'll change all of this up again. Light gray flooring. And then I was like, nah, I don't really want that on there either. So then I was trying to see what other patterns that might go well with it. And then I found this. It had a gray colored rug that matched the same as the purple. And I think it's supposed to be the faces of the moon. So I picked it because I really liked it. And I was like, let's put some greenery in here. And then something sparked my desire to do red. And I'm not 100% sure what it was. Oh, it was the ivy. I was putting the ivy in the living room. And I was like, oh, it's such a pretty orangish red color. Well, let's just do red as a main color and change the wallpaper. And I put these really pretty lights and strung up the string lights across the doors. I don't know. I was trying to make it look magical to some extent, or to what I was capable of doing for the living room. And I like plants indoors. I like using what would normally be used outdoors inside. It's just something I enjoy, and I figured, well, she's a spellcaster, right? She could do what she wanted. So then I was like, maybe I can do white glowing walls. And I was like, no, that's too bright. Well, maybe patterns. Well, okay, sure, but what kind of pattern? Well, this will work because it's black and white. And then that's what I stuck with for the walls. And I changed up the door. And then I started going outside to change up the brickwork. And I made the bricks darker. It's the same bricks, it's just darker. Because I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the original color, and I really like dark. So then I was changing up the roof because I like these shingles better. And I changed the trim. And then I came in here and started doing a little bit more decorating in the hallway. Because I was like, oh, the hallways, there's not enough in that hallway to really make it interesting. So I did some string lights. And I added some garden plots. Because I figured she's probably going to want to grow her own herbs. And then here's when I was trying to decide what I was going to do with the landscaping. So I was like, yeah, let's put down some brambles, maybe a fern, do some hydrangea bushes. Because hydrangeas are pretty, right? Blue hydrangeas. I like hydrangeas. I tried growing hydrangeas one summer, and it was a really hot, dry summer, and they ended up dying on me, and I was really sad because I had even watered them like early morning, late evening, like we were supposed to, and they still didn't make it. But I digress. So then here's a lot more greenery, just to spruce up the front of the house and make it look a little less dull. So I did some more brambles and some thorns because, I don't know, it just made it look interesting to me. I swapped them around. And then they had these adorable little bug lights that came with the pack. So those definitely went on the front of the house because those are just too cute. Oh my gosh. And then I'm picking lighting, and then I think I end up changing up the mailbox too because I was like, oh, that's just such a normal mailbox. Of course we need a trash can. So the fern goes because I don't need it. It wasn't fitting what I wanted anymore. And then I don't know if that's the one I kept. No, I picked this one. I picked this one because I thought it matched better with the brick and the stone look. So then I'm just going through and trying to see if there's anything else that I want to put maybe in the yard or along the path. And there's really not. I mean, it's basically just... Oh, what the heck just happened? No. Is that it? Oh. Well. Golly me. Apparently that was the end of my video right there. So anyway, that being said, you can clearly see the house and what I did to it. You can get it on the... Sorry about that. I was a little shocked because I actually rambled on for 30 minutes and didn't realize that was a thing. So anyway, that being said, here is the house. You can find it on the gallery. I did already upload it, so it is exactly as you see it right here. I didn't make any more changes before I uploaded it. And I will add some screenshots at the end so that you can just kind of get a better up-close view. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and feel free to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when I upload. And yeah, so sorry about that, but that's that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you.